Good morning, sports fans. Welcome to Huge Sports Talk Show, Season 1, Episode 3. Today we're going to be looking over... I know it's been a while since we were last live. I've been busy for the last couple of weeks. Every Sunday. But today is Sunday, so therefore today we're going to be going over what each league is looking like. As we're going to start off with soccer first, as we're going to go backwards this time. Starting with the MLS. Now, for the MLS, the current games coming up are listed on the screen. As you can see, there are not too many of them. In fact, yesterday my team did get the win yesterday, 3-1. But again, these are what did I do? I loaded the chat on accident. As you can see, there are several things going on in the next couple of weeks, including in the news. And then here are the standings of right now. Right now, the one highlighted in yellow is my favorite team, but there's obviously other fans of other teams. We're currently at the borderline of the playoffs. So, Blink says, how are you? I am great today. We are ready to get this day rolling. Now, just to let y'all know, a heads up, if some streams don't happen, that's probably because I'm going to be at a pool party today, because we have 2 parties for my birthday this year. So the second one, hopefully I get another Apple Card. Because $25 may not last until December. So yeah. So we got DC in 7th place, and the winner of this division right now is the New England Revolution, which has always been a great rival of our team. Also in the playoff spots is Orlando, Nashville, New York City, Philadelphia, and Montreal, as well as DC. In the Western Conference, you got the top 7 being the Seattle Sounders, Sporting Kansas City, Colorado Rapids, Los Angeles Galaxy, or LA Galaxy, Minnesota, Real Salt Lake, and San Jose Quakes. Everyone else is not in the playoff spots, but that doesn't mean none of them have been eliminated yet. It looks kind of like a long stretch for Houston and Toronto. So yeah, that's how that works. We're gonna go to Premier League now, because there's a lot of Premier League fans around here. Wherever that is. Right here. So there's currently 2 games live right now, even though it is 9 o'clock, but that is because this is in England. They're not in the United States. They have different time zones than we do. And also, the biggest news is Cristiano Ronaldo is moving to Manchester United, which is going to be crazy. As you can see literally right there. Now for the standings, it looks like what team is this? West Ham United is in first. I clicked the message on accident, so now I gotta wait for this to load so I can read it. Yeah, Ronald. I thought the first time I said Manchester, it said he's going to Manchester. Which one? I think he's going to Manchester City, since that's more popular. But no, he's going to United. So I got kind of confused. Where's the table? Can I see the table, please? Chelsea is doing as dominant as ever, as well as they're in second, and Liverpool is in third. And Manchester City is in fifth right now, which is good for Blinks. Now, for the bottom three, however, is the Blink says United is the second team he ever played for. Then what was his first? I don't quite remember. But in the bottom three, surprisingly, Arsenal is in dead last in the league. The reason why the bottom three really matter is because if at the end of the season they get demoted to the minor leagues, aka Division 2, which in this case would be, what was it, the EFL Champions League. So it is Arsenal, Norwich City, and Burnley all in the relegation spots right now. But this is just the beginning of the season. Oh, so Sporting Portugal was his first team. And now he's back on Manchester United. So those of you who are... Well, Manchester's currently... Well, United's currently... Not Bartford. They're currently in 10th. The top 5 spots qualifies for tournaments. So right now Manchester's set to qualify for the Europa League. But that's probably not enough, as they probably want to get into the Champions League, which you got to be in the top 4 to qualify for that. Who is in forfeit place anyway? Everton. All right, moving on from the MLS and the EPL, we're moving next to NWSL, which is the Women's Soccer League. And currently the standings are the Portugal Thorns are in the lead, Washington Mythics are in 4th right now, and in dead last is Kansas City. That's literally only their team name. So, yeah, not much news there. Then that's it for the first sport. Next sport is hockey, because we're going backwards. As you can see, the season schedule was released, as the Montreal Canadiens are going to start us off, apparently, as I believe there is now a preseason. As you can see, the divisions have changed, however, from last season. In the Eastern Conference, in the Atlantic Division, we got the Florida Panthers, Boston Bruins, the Toronto Maple Leafs, Tampa Bay Lightning, Ottawa Senators, Montreal Canadiens, Detroit Red Wings, and the Buffalo Sabres in the Atlantic Division. In the Metropolitan Division, you got the Columbus Blue Jackets, Carolina Hurricanes, my personal favorite, the Washington Capitals, Pittsburgh Penguins, Philadelphia Flyers, New York Rangers, New York Islanders, and the New Jersey Devils. All in that division. And in the Western Conference, you got the Minnesota Pride. No, not Pride. Minnesota Wild. I'm thinking XAFL. This is hockey. This is the NHL. So Minnesota Pride, Chicago Blackhawks, Winnipeg Jets, Nashville Predators, Arizona Coyotes, which has recently moved to this division because of the new expansion team that just came in this season and are set to play their first ever game soon. The St. Louis Blues, Colorado Avalanche, and the Dallas Stars. In the Pacific Division, the Seattle Kraken, aka our newest team that just came out this year, and this will be their first season playing in the NHL, as they've commenced their expansion draft. Also along with the Calgary Flames, the Las Vegas Golden Knights, Anaheim Ducks, Vancouver Canucks, San Jose Sharks, Los Angeles Kings, and Edmonton Oilers. As now we finally have 32 teams in the NHL, which means we can have even divisions or even split all these divisions into 8 divisions if we wanted to. Or if they wanted to. I don't control that. I personally would split them into 4. Alright, since that's the only hockey league, we're going to move on to basketball. The basketball season's getting ready to start as well, as it's going to start in, I believe, October. Last year we had a 3-game preseason. As to start us off this year, we have the Brooklyn Nets, who according to ESPN, they placed second in the playoffs. No, they did not, because the Arizona Heat, no, not Arizona Heat, Arizona Sun has placed second. So whatever ESPN goes by is completely wrong when it comes to that. Because I go by the farthest round the teams go to, not whatever the frick they want to pick. So, again, it's the Brooklyn Nets, Milwaukee Bucks, the Golden State Warriors, and the new and improved Los Angeles Lakers, as I heard that they have a pretty decent trio of Anthony, LeBron, and now Russell as well. As last season, LA did not make it too far in the playoffs. They got eliminated in the first round. We're going to expect better from them. Some teams may have improved, some may have not. And here are the standings from last year. As we have, again, this was how they made it to the playoffs. The Philadelphia 76ers lost in the second round. Brooklyn Nets lost in the semifinals of the NBA. The Milwaukee Bucks are the current champions of the NBA. The New York Knicks lost in, I believe, the first round. Atlanta Hawks lost in, I believe, the semifinals. No, the Brooklyn Nets lost in the second round. My bad. The Miami Heat lost in the first round. Celtics, and then you got the Celtics, who I believe lost in the second round. Or no, I think they lost in the first round. The Washington Wizards lost in the first round. Indianapolis Pacers didn't make it through the play-in tournament. And the Carolina Hornets haven't made it far either. And for the Western Conference, Utah Jazz didn't make it too far in the playoffs since they got out in the second round. Phoenix Suns made it to the NBA Finals. Mosley Craig. Tired of it. The Denver Nuggets didn't make it too far either, as they got eliminated in the second round. Los Angeles Clippers did make it a little far, but got eliminated in the Western Finals. The Dallas Mavericks didn't make it too far either. Portland Trailblazers out in the first round. Same with the Los Angeles Lakers, who are also out in the first round. And also same with the Memphis Grizzlies. And the Golden State Warriors and the Golden State Warriors and the San Antonio Spurs didn't make it too far either, as they got eliminated in the play-in tournament. So yeah, that's the NBA. Now is in the Women's National Basketball Association. Connecticut is currently in first. I don't know why Connecticut has a team. They've never had a team in any major leagues at all. And in last is Indianapolis, and for us, we are not in playoff contention, so not good for our women right now. NCAA men's basketball, as you can remember, Baylor is the current champions in out of all the men, and out of all the women. The champion, I believe, was Stafford. So if you're fans of those two universities, your hopes and dreams have grew. And moving on to the fourth sport, baseball. As the playoffs is starting to arrive, there's only 1 month left in the regular season of baseball, and here's what you need to know. What teams are in and out. So far, the Baltimore Orioles have been eliminated, as you can see, as they are no longer possibly going to make the playoffs. Everyone else in the American League East is still eligible for the playoffs, including the Tampa Bay Rays, New York Yankees, Boston Red Sox, and the slightest chance, the Toronto Blue Jays. As their season wasn't as good either, but in the Central Division, the Chicago White Sox has clinched the entire division and are moving to the playoffs. So if you're from Chicago and you're a White Sox fan, your dreams have come true. Now for the Cleveland Indians, the Detroit Tigers, Kansas City Royals, and the Minnesota Twins, you all have been eliminated from the playoffs, which means you guys have an off season you guys got to look forward to. So do we. So do the Baltimore Orioles. They need a long think on what the frick just happened this season. In the Western Division, the Houston Astros are in the lead right now, but they have not clinched yet. The Anaheim Angels and the Texas Rangers have both been eliminated, while the Oakland Athletics and the Seattle Mariners are on the verge to elimination right now, but they are not eliminated yet. So that's basically the American League. Now for the National League in the East. In National League East, the Washington Nationals and the Miami Marlins have been eliminated. The New York Mets are on the verge to being eliminated, and the Atlanta Braves are dominant in this division. In National League Central, the Milwaukee Brewers are in the lead, and they are on the verge to clinching a playoff spot, as they only need 0.2% more, and they are in. Now, for the St. Louis Cardinals, they are on the verge to being eliminated right now, as they have a low overall chance to get in. Now, for the Chicago Cubs and the Pittsburgh Pirates, they are both eliminated and will not be in the playoffs as well. Well, Pittsburgh's not been doing much for the last several years. While the Cubs did win a World Series a couple of years ago, now they are crap. I don't know what happened to their team. And for the National League West, we have the San Francisco Giants and the Los Angeles Dodgers both clinching a spot in the playoffs. The San Diego Padres could have a chance as well, but the Colorado Rockies and the Arizona Diamondbacks have both been eliminated as well. Now, for the spots remaining in the playoffs, there are, I believe, 4 spots remaining in the American League and 3 spots remaining in the National League, which means the stakes are really high. It's harder to get in the National League because there's less spots. But if you're part of the American League, you still need to worry because there's not much more spots available as well in that conference. All right, moving on to the final league before we go over, I believe, the XFL, the NFL. As week 1 is about to start, as a majority of the preseason has already concluded today. Holy frick, the Steelers lost to the Panthers. What the frick? I'm surprised. And as you can see, there's a bunch of teams. This game, if you remember from the Cardinals and the Saints game, the hurricane that's hitting Louisiana is actually canceled that entire game. You know what I would do? I would probably just move the game to Arizona so that there would still be a game. Alright, standings in the preseason. So far, the Buffalo Bills are looking good in the AFC East in the preseason. It's not that these standings matter, but it doesn't work with determining a preseason champion. As anyone who is 3-0 is eligible for the preseason champion to become preseason champions. Everyone who's lost at least one game is eliminated from that. If you're the Steelers or the Cowboys, one of your games does not count because of the Hall of Fame game. But that would take off one win for the Steelers and one loss for the Cowboys. So where are the Cowboys at right now? They have 3 losses as it is. So they're already done. So the teams remaining in this battle is nobody from the NFC because everyone lost at least one game. And week 1 of the preseason was the far worst for this conference because 14 teams out of this entire conference lost a game, including the Buccaneers. And it's also surprising that the Packers have not even won a game in this entire preseason. Wow, what a shock. Now, the teams that are eligible to become preseason champions are the Kansas City Chiefs, as usual, the Denver Broncos, which they're starting to come back, the Indianapolis Colts, which were in the playoffs last season, Baltimore Ravens, who were also in the playoffs last season, and the Buffalo Bills. So there's only 5 teams to choose from, at least as of right now. As the New York Jets could be in it too, and same with the Patriots, as they could also win a game and battle it out as well. Same with the Browns. I didn't mean to select the Bengals. This could also mean the same with the Las Vegas Raiders, the, oh yeah, it literally is no one from this conference, frick. So yeah, teams that are eligible for this, for becoming the preseason champions is nobody from the NFC, the Buffalo Bills, New England Patriots, New York Jets, Baltimore Ravens, Cleveland Browns, Indianapolis Colts, Kansas City Chiefs, Denver Broncos, and the Las Vegas Raiders. So that's 9 of you. So that's about a little bit more than a fourth of the league right now. But that's a little bit more than half of the AFC because nobody from the NFC is going to make it in to become preseason champions. So, I'm guessing, based on this observation, it looks like the AFC is going to be the conference to watch of the year because the NFC has failed us. Even the Packers have failed us. And even the Packers literally failed to entertain us. Becoming 0-3 in the preseason? You kidding me, right? Hopefully they do better in the regular season, along with every team in this league, so that we can have a more competitive league rather than whatever this dog water is. And now that's it. For the final thing we're going to say about is the XAFL. Oh, wait, never mind. I forgot. There's NCAA football. As NCAA football is back, which means which also means so are the rankings for the football. Now, here are the current rankings right now. Alabama is never anywhere but first place, as they always win every year. And I don't understand how. Maybe all the people who just love playing football just move from any state around the country to Alabama to play for their college so that they can win a game, to win a title, I guess. But little do they know, they have to make the team first. The real thing you got to watch for is the top 4, because the top 4 move on to the playoffs. Sadly, it's only the top 4. I would increase it to 16, because freaking 4 teams in the playoffs is stupid. You have so many more teams make the playoffs in the basketball league. As you have like 64. In this league, you only get 4. So currently in the top 4 is Alabama University, Oklahoma University, Clemson University, and Ohio State University. As those 4 teams may be in the playoffs in this season. Now, the thing is, let's say this. 3 of these teams were in the playoffs last year, so there's not much of a change. The only change is that Notre Dame University is not in the top 4. Instead, it's Oklahoma. Now, some runner-ups is Georgia, Texas A&M. Oh, is that Illinois State? No, that's Iowa State. Cincinnati, I believe. Cincinnati State. It's not loading, so I can't see. North Dakota. None of them are loading. Why is that? And yeah, that's basically the top for basically the preseason, at least. But in the standings of all of football, no one in the American Athletic Conference has played a game yet, so... But there is a division leader, and that is Cincinnati. From the Atlantic Coast Conference, no one's played a game yet either, but there is 3 ranked teams in here. You got Clemson University, I believe Miami University, and North Carolina University. As those are the teams to watch in the Atlantic Coast Conference. In the Big 12 Conference, there is 3 teams to watch in here, as no one in this conference has played a game either. As Iowa State didn't really make it too far. Iowa State, Oklahoma University, and Texas University. All ranked teams. And in the Big 10, which is the conference my team's in, even though we suck doo-doo fart, but there's a bunch of ranked teams in this division. There's a total of freaking 5. Which is going to be difficult for us because, hey, it's easier to play 1 ranked team than freaking 5. You have Indiana, Ohio State, which is very famous because of the last couple of seasons, Pennsylvania State, which is pretty famous around where we live as well, and because of them being ranked, they're absolutely everywhere. Iowa and Wisconsin are also going to be in the ranked spots as well. As I believe yesterday Nebraska did lose, so their record is 0-1, and Illinois did win, so their record is 1-0. So that will be good news for those. Good news for Illinois. It's good news for the Fighting Illini, and bad news for... What was their team name? What was their team name? I can find out. I don't know, whatever Nebraska's team name was. I'll check this one. Nope, I don't want to open that. Oh, okay, it was the Nebraska Cornhuskers. Yeah, I don't like half the team names in this league. They all sound weird. I'm lucky that our team name doesn't sound weird, as we have the Maryland Terrapins, which is actually there actually is a XAFL team called the Terrapins. It would be the Montreal Terrapins, but no, despite that, even though that is our team name basically in there, they're not my favorite team. Mine is the Baltimore Braves, which is changing to the Platians once we get to the 2021 version. All right, moving down into the conferences. Conference USA. No one in this conference is any contender right now, so we're going to skip this one. FBS Independence, North Dakota that's Notre Dame University. Currently in 9th place when it comes to voting. And in the Mid-Atlantic Conference, you have no one in this conference being contender. Mountain West. No one in this conference is strong either. Pac-12. I think they had a alliance going on with a couple of others. I think we made an alliance with them, didn't we? Didn't our conference do that? I don't know. But there are 5 teams in this conference who are ranked, so let's go over them all. 11th place, Oregon. 20th place, Washington. 25th place, Arizona State. If you're currently in the bottom, if you're in 21st to 25th, you guys are probably, if you guys mess up a little bit more, and you might not be ranked anymore. USC in 15th and Utah in 24th. Southeastern. There are 5 teams in this one. Florida University in 13th place. Georgia University in 5th place. Alabama University in 1st place, which is a playoff spot. LSU University in 16th place. Texas A&M in 6th place. Sun Belt Conference. 2 teams. Coast Carolina in 22nd place. And Louisiana University in 23rd place. And that's it. And that's basically it for all that. Now, for one more announcement before we go. If you guys are waiting for the XAFL to start, it is not going to start in 2022 as because of deals with Canada failed, they canceled the season. So therefore, the next XAFL, the next XFL season, I meant Extreme Access, I meant Extreme Football League. I'm pretty sure everyone knows who that is. The 2022 season has been canceled. The next season will take place in 2023. So we now have to wait another year for football to come back in that league. So that's another year I have to wait for DC Defenders to play again. And that's basically it for this edition of Huge Sports Talk. And we will see you guys in the next